Hello everybody, I am Jarrett Ross, the GeneaVlogger, and welcome back to another Professional Genealogist Reacts. On today's video, I'll be reacting to Iranian couples DNA, Are We Persian? This is from Bahador Alast. I hope I'm saying that right. Another channel I've never watched before. There's a whole bunch of these because all sorts of people do their DNA tests. I'm really interested to see these results because I really am not 100% sure what to expect. I'm sure there's going to be Middle Eastern, probably some Caucasus, maybe some Northern African, maybe even some Southwest Asian or South Asian. You know, there very possibly could be different mixes of Jewish in there as well. I'm not sure which company that they tested with on this video. Actually, I wonder if it's in there. I don't think it's in their descriptions. Usually I'll read the descriptions before I watch the video and then, you know, make this whole video. So I really am not 100% sure what to expect, but I'm sure there's probably going to be a good mix of different stuff. Depending on the company, some have more defined regions within the Middle Eastern area. Some of them are not as well defined as well. This video is from January 2019, so it's very possible that whatever company they tested out may have, or it's likely that they've done an update since then. So we'll just have to jump in and see. But before we do, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help me out. Also, be sure to subscribe and click that bell for notifications on future videos. And if you want to see videos early or get exclusive content or extra content, become a patron on my Patreon. But with all that said, let's just jump right into the video.
So we got a very interesting video for you today, as a lot of you requested to do our DNA test. So we did. And but before we open them up, pretty excited and kind of little nervous, but
more excited.
Yeah.
Now, are they brother and sister or husband and wife? Hopefully they talk about that, because maybe that'll change how we interpret the results.
Yes, definitely excited. This might change our opinion about a lot of things. But
Yeah. Like we've been wanting to do this for a long time, so we've been waiting to get the results, and we can't wait to share it with you.
Yes, our predictions are for, let's start with yours, definitely from Central Asia.
I'm guessing husband and wife, just so based on what they've done so far. Husband and wife, I'm guessing, especially because I do notice the wedding ring.
Turkish, Azerbaijan,
Persian,
and Persian
for sure.
So I think those are yours would dominate within those.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
So that means I wouldn't be surprised if she gets some sort of Mediterranean readings, even maybe some like South European or Southeast European.
And for myself, and Arab, because of the history, right? So Arab, Turkish, or within Turkey, or Northwestern Europe, Central Asian, and Persian.
Yeah. And for you,
me,
Persian,
Arab, South Asian, like Indian subcontinent,
and
Turkish, yeah. All right, now we're gonna actually find out.
Okay.
So
do we open them together? Or?
Yeah, let's open them together, and then we'll.
Oh, they printed the results.
Which one is? Oh, that's mine is so boring compared to yours. See?
What are the results?
The last one. Oh my god, mine is so funny.
So for me, it's so simple. I have 71 to 74% primarily Persian within Iran, and
which was
that's.
But who did they test with too? There's a lot of questions I have, and I also am curious. I've never dealt with any Persian results or anything like that, like anyone who had Persia, or you know. So is Persia one of the population groups? I'll have to look into that and see if that's one that is defined by any of the companies.
26 to 29%, primarily Turkey, and to a lesser extent Armenia and Georgia. So with like the boundary within basically borders both sides, right? So
Arab.
No Arab, nothing from
India.
South Asia, India. Yeah, that's.
Especially the Arabic one. None of us have that. But maybe it's that small that they're not.
Yes,
they didn't.
That's true. That. Yeah. Regardless, it does indicate that I am mainly Persian, and then a quarter Turkish, and so it's within Turkey, Armenia, and Georgia, and Azerbaijan as well. That's my boring results compared to yours.
So mine starts with Iran. With Iran, obviously. I have 83% Iran, Persia, and then 8% Turkey and the Caucasus, and then 5%.
Yes, that's a significant Central North. Yeah, and
Central and Northern Asia.
So it's mainly Mongolia,
Central and Northern,
and also
Asia.
like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and that's
5%.
I like that one because it's that was always a major prediction.
Yeah. And 2% Southern Asia.
So that's India, Pakistan.
And then 1% Brusho.
Okay, I think a lot of people might not be familiar with that.
Yeah, I'm not even familiar with that.
That's a small group of people. They're mainly in northern Pakistan. And,
interesting.
Actually, they speak, if I'm not mistaken, Brusho people speak a distinct language that is, it's not related to any other languages. So that would be very interesting to even feature on our channel. Although I've never met someone who is Brusho. So
interesting.
You are 1%. Yeah,
that's interesting.
1%.
Yes.
In a very defined group.
Oh my god, this one is so amazing.
Gosh, I really am curious where they tested, because like they're not showing any of this, so I can't even guess. They're not showing the papers. It's just a lot of talk. I hope they give more information than just reading it off like this. Unfortunately, without showing it, it makes it kind of not as enjoyable, just them reading
1% Korea and Northern China. For most of the parts, that's what we were expecting, right? Other than not having any Arab roots.
Yeah, and like no Arab on either. Like there's so according to this, there are hundreds of different regions that are tested, and within the Middle East, so they have it divided into like Southern Arabia. There's different parts of the Middle East, and there's none of that actually showed up. So I'm surprised by that, because I thought there would be something. Right?
Yeah.
So now we know, and from this we can predict what Serena's is. Yeah. Yeah. So she would have a little bit of all of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she should do that. She should do
it. Yeah, she should do the test, and then we'll compare it to ours and see how well it matches.
I'm guessing that's their daughter they're talking about.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that, because we did receive a lot of messages asking us to do this in the past few months, and we do want to hear from you. Like, what do you think about these results? Because some of it was very surprising for us, for sure. Just want to hear what you thought, or if you made any specific predictions that were correct or not, right? And if you do want to see anything else that's different from what we normally do on this channel, reach us on Instagram, send myself or Shahzad a message, and just let us know. We find that to be a lot easier for communicating and staying in touch, and we'll certainly try to do whatever you guys request, and we'll see you soon.
All right. I'm a little disappointed because, number one, who did they test with? Secondly, I I'm really not a big fan when they do DNA result videos, or when anyone does a DNA result video and they don't show you the percentage breakdown, they just read it. Because when they like, it's harder to kind of get a full idea. Like, I mean, you hear what the numbers are, you can kind of get an idea, but there's just so much more that I would like to find out. Because first of all, what company they test with makes it so that you can actually figure out, well, you know, first of all, is it one of the main companies where you can really, really trust the results a lot more than like some of these other smaller companies, which, you know, I know I've had a few people who've contacted me saying, you know, will you do a thing on this one company? And I'm like, yeah, probably not. So I'm curious, is it one of those companies that's really not always as well looked at by the genealogy community? If not, which company is it? Because it's always interesting too to find out which companies have what type of breakdowns and how they define it. So like she had that, I think he said it was either 5% or 1% Bushru. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he said that very specific population, which has like its own language, which is really interesting because if it's a very isolated population where there's not a lot of mixing from that population with surrounding populations for hundreds or thousands of years, which is very possible if they have a very isolated language, they could also have a very isolated population group. So maybe that reading, maybe if you looked at the precision and recall for that group, it could be 99.99 or even 199, or, you know, it could be like way up there. So it could be a really, really good reading. And then, you know, she gets her parents to do it. And then also she finds out that one of her parents has like a, you know, 15% or 20% reading, or maybe even 25%, you know, and that would mean that it would be one of her great grandparents that comes from that population. So a lot of stuff to kind of that I wish to be had from this. Biggest thing just being, I wish I knew which company they tested with. But otherwise, I mean, it is very interesting to see their results. I have not seen a lot of Persian results before. So I was really curious to see kind of how some of these companies break it down. So I wonder if I'll have to look and see, maybe there's another video or maybe somewhere they say who they tested with and I can get a better idea. So okay video, very disappointed though that there's so many questions that I have with it. Well, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you did enjoy, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can also click right about here if you'd like to subscribe. It's completely free to do so. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at GeneaVlogger. I'm the GeneaVlogger. See you in my next video.